Hello, Talitha. This is Brother Siemens. I hope I pronounced your name correct. Got the email from you that you're a little concerned about the report. You referred to it as, where is it? You called it the student report. Now, I noticed there's actually two reports that you did not submit from last week. And so I just wanted to put together a quick video to help you figure out how to get those things submitted correctly and grade it. So this is your main page. This is where you should click in. You should start every night or whenever you get onto BYUI. The announcements are here. These are very valuable. I put together this video. This is a link to a video because there's other students that are thinking they're turning things in and yet they're not. So that video would be important for you to watch because it'll help you be able to check to see if something is submitted. But we're going to make you your own personal video to kind of make sure that you get these things submitted correctly. So again, there's two reports from week 3 that I didn't see from you. So we're just going to go into week 3 here. The first report that you didn't turn in was the personal study report. And ignore this red stuff. This is just me logged in as a test student. And you did not turn in your gathering attendance report. So we'll do this one first. So after you attend your gatherings on Thursday, whether you do it Thursday night or Friday, but this report right here is due on Saturday. So once you click on that gathering attendance report, right, and you're ready to go, you're like, yep, I want to start the quiz. And they say, are you sure you want to start this quiz? And you say yes or okay. And then this is the one, like you've turned in this report before, but for every reason you just didn't do it last week. So you're going to click I attended all of it, right? You got to save that response, and then right down here you're just going to answer these questions right here. You don't need to have a huge response. Only take a few minutes and just say, briefly, right? Briefly describe what was presented, and then a little bit more detail about what you did, what your group did. And so once those things are submitted or typed in there, then you're like, I want to submit this quiz. Now it says, hey, you didn't type anything in that box. And I'm like, I know. So I'm going to go ahead and submit it anyway. Okay, so that's how you submit that first quiz right here. If you don't see this page, this means you did not submit it. Because right there it tells me this is the time that I started and finished that quiz. Okay, so quiz, the second thing that you didn't turn in was this personal study report. So this is pretty much very similar to what I just showed you. Again, it has the actual assignment, and then you'll say I want to turn in that report. You'll go to this page and you say go ahead and start. You sure you want to start? You're like, okay, let's start. And once it comes up, it'll just have questions. It'll ask you how much reading did you do. And so you'll go and you're like, hey, I am a faithful girl. I am reading everything in the Book of Mormon. Right? Then ask you, did you watch all those Digging Deeper videos? You're like, you bet I did. Right? And watch when you press save. See how that now turned blue? This says I haven't answered that question yet, but once you save it, it turns blue. So let's check this out. Did you read the supplemental? Those are things out of the Institute manual. You said yes, save, hey, and it turned blue. And then the last thing, again, it's just share a brief insight. You could use, 2-3 sentences. You're like, here's what I learned, type all that in, save the response, and then you're like, submit this quiz. And it always says a warning, hey, you missed one of those. You didn't write anything in the box. And I said, I know that. And you say, go ahead and submit. And then you have this that says that's when you submitted that quiz. You started it at 8:57, you finished it at 8:58. So one last thing to check here. When you come to content, and we submitted that personal study report, once you know it's submitted, you can come over here and check that box and say, see, I know I finished that, right? And this is you saying I did it. Now, this doesn't actually submit it. It's just a visual thing for you to look at your list of things to do this week, and you're like, I just submitted that, and so you clicked it and said it's done. Hopefully that works, and hopefully we can start getting those reports turned in. You can go ahead and return in these ones that you missed.